has discovered you don't have a time problem. You have something different. You have an addiction, a significance addiction. What do I mean by that? Everyone complains of being too busy. But the thing is, being busy or needed or important feels good sometimes. So the real addiction here is not being busy, but feeling needed. Why am I bringing this up? Why is it important for you as a learner, a student, or someone who's living in that world now? Because this is hindering your growth, your progress, your productivity. And this book, Essentialism, is the answer to that problem that we're facing without even knowing it. As far as your brain loves simplicity in its core, with this new era, your brain is resisting simplicity. Your brain is resisting being not complicated, average, good, improving slowly. And this is causing a real problem. Our brains are evolving in a way to hoard commitments, hoard achievements. Maybe because before, more meant like a survival mechanism. I read this book years ago. I read it again this year. And this was one of the major changes in my life. It had a turning point in my life. I was introduced, because of this book, Essentialism, to something else called minimalism. And there, many things have changed in my life. I am someone who has a lot of interest in so many aspects in this life, and it feels so good. And I'm sure many of you have the same problem or blessing. It's a double-edged sword. Why am I saying this? Because at first, it feels great to have so many interests. Just imagine your life is tasteless without any interest in it. It feels so boring. But having so many interests is so good. You can enjoy anything. But when life becomes a bit more advanced, you have to be professional in a way or another. You have a career and responsibilities. There you have to be choosing what you are going to excel at. And you have a limited amount of time. You have just 24 hours per day. So you have to put all your effort in 1, 2, or 3 sectors at maximum. And here comes the real problem. If you have so many interests, so many hobbies, and you are trying to keep up with everything, and people ask you to be committed in one community or another, there is the real problem. You're gonna be probably failing at most of these sectors. So for these people like you and I, Essentialism might feel wrong at first, because it might feel like it's telling you to let go of some of your potentials. Every choice on focus on less might feel like you are letting go of a version of yourself. I hope you get my point. The author, Greg McKeown, focuses on something. If you're not brutal, you might be wasting your life. And I believe he is somehow right. If it is not a clear yes, it's a no. But most people, including myself, lie to themselves here. The hidden problem here is saying yes to a 7/10 opportunity might sound good and innocent, but in fact it's wrong. It destroys you. The paradox here, to make a 10/10 choice, you have to walk away from 7s and 8. Yes. And I'm not only preaching this, I'm now in a current situation. I'm doing this process right now. I will keep you updated in a month or two when things work or don't. I am someone who likes deep work. I use deep work. Without deep work, I couldn't achieve anything. But it's not the only skill that you have to work on. There's something equally important: selective boredom. There's a fine line between being toxically productive with deep work and being obsessed with this hustle of everyday life, and to be actually productive in a healthy way. Deep work alone is not enough. The best thinkers in the world eliminate before they go into deep work, deep focus. This means for you as a student, as a reader, as a productive person, you don't force yourself in a way. You don't try harder and force yourself in a way. Before, you have to eliminate distractions. It will make your path much easier. And if you want one sentence from this video, it is that one. True essentialism isn't about prioritizing tasks. It's about tolerating the boredom of not chasing everything. Choosing fewer things, better things, means it's gonna cost you a lot. You might lose respect, admiration, and maybe some friends. Yes, you cannot keep up with all the communities. You cannot keep up with all the achievements of chasing everyone. It does hurt. So if it hurts, you're doing something right. You're moving into one direction. And this is a meaningful way of improving. So essentialism is not a life hack, but it's a brutal commitment of trade-offs. You choose what you want and you simply eliminate the other things. So if your choices don't make people uncomfortable, you're not cutting deep enough. I know this is an unusual video I'm making right now, but it is so meaningful. Probably just a few of you are gonna be watching this, but these few people are gonna get my point. I'm gonna give you a final challenge for you to think about for today. Right now, what's the hardest thing you know you should quit, but you won't? Pick one project, commitment, or even a habit you think you need, and try to cut it. And if that thought hurts, then you found your biggest productivity unlock. Ciao. Hey, why are you still here? That's weird. You should be going right now.